Hello and welcome to All About the Gers. It's myself, Ricki Neill, joined by Charlie Miller and Derek Ferguson. Once again, big thank you to all our sponsors. We've got the Loudon Tavern at Ibrox, Plugged In Business Solutions, DB Dental Care, Mr. Signs in there, and Avia Signs. It's good to have you back, Derek. How was your trip over in Oslo?
Oh, I'm a bit tired, emotionally, no physically. That was amazing. So it was what these. I didn't expect the experience to be so good. I didn't expect the tournament to be so big, but just delighted that the boys done well, done themselves justice. But most important thing was the boys enjoyed it. They'll get a lot out of it and put them in the right road, because the boys are having some difficult times already. Probably will in the future, but great bunch. It feels like they're my wains, my boys. That's what it feels like. They're great lads.
So where did Scotland finish up then?
7th out of 64 teams, so which is no bad. Into the quarters. I'm not going to out the details how the tournament works, but we played. Our final game was against England. It was 2 each, and then we won in penalties. But and it was Egypt that won it. They were fabulous. They were unbelievable. So they were a great experience, great place. Charlie's been there. I tell you what, need to take a mortgage out. It's pretty expensive, shall we say?
Very expensive.
Oh, Charlie, my God, man, I'm skint.
Yep, it's an expensive place, Norway. Lovely place, but expensive.
Beautiful, beautiful. But if anybody has the opportunity, should try and visit Oslo. It's amazing.
Well, I'm trying to sort tickets out for Bran.
Right.
Because we've got them in the...
That's right.
We've got them.
Right. How are you, Charlie? When I heard from you this morning, you sounded like I felt this morning. I had a few too many beers last night.
Yeah, you could say that. I'd won too many, and I was a bit worse for wear this morning. That's unusual for me to be like that. But after watching that yesterday, you had to drink.
I know. I watched it on the phone.
Aye.
It's the only place I could get it. There was a few of the establishments around the harbour. They didn't have it on, so it was the phone I watched it on.
That's unusual. Sky Sports is quite big in Norway.
They weren't putting them on, Charlie, and I get fed up. Went into 2 or 3 places, and then I just gave up. But I saw it on the phone. I've got to chuck the phone into the water right enough, because it wasn't worth a chow, wasn't it? No.
I thought first half we did all right. But it was just a non-contest, really, wasn't it? It was just 2 average teams going at it with each other.
We'll come to that in a wee minute, but like we were saying earlier, we're going to be doing a live show in the Loudon Tavern at Ibrox on the 26th of September. So you can get your early bird tickets now for only £10. You just go to allaboutthegers.co.uk. So go and get your mates and tag along. So we'll get a special guest, Alex Ray, and we've also got Rebecca Octorlone, who's going to be playing the keyboards and singing some Rangers tunes as well. So she's actually sang at Ibrox a few times as well. So she's really good. You can check her out on TikTok and all that as well. So I get yourselves over allaboutthegers.co.uk. Right, I'll read out the starting 11. We had Butland in goals, Tavernier, Suter, Dejiga, Makoma, Barron, Asgard, Diomande, Moore, Miowski, Gisama, or Gisam. Do you know, I can't say that guy's name.
Miowski. Good player, isn't he?
I keep on thinking of the wee green monster that is in Monsters Inc. Mikowski.
You watch too many Wayne's films, you boy. He's a good player, Miowski. We should have went for him before. Obviously, Aberdeen were at it and, asking for a few bob. But listen, in the long run, he's going to do... He'll do well for us. He'll score a few goals, that's for sure.
He gives a different outlet, doesn't he? A different outlet up front. I thought it was a penalty. Honestly, I thought it was a penalty.
Initially, you're screaming for a penalty, but I just think he was trying to be clever, Charlie, and just slow down, dangle the foot out. But when I saw the replay, I didn't think it was a penalty. But That was one of the few moments they get excited.
Anyway, I mean, see before the game, I was a bit worried because the way Celtic normally play against us, at least for the first 60 minutes, they're really kind of high pressing and they're really going for it big time. And the way we've been starting the past few games under Russell Martin, we don't actually start playing football to the second half. So I was worried that even before the first half was finished, it was going to be a drubbing. But I thought we actually done all right, Derek, in the first half.
Aye. Well, Charlie just says it. Without creating anything, I think it's because the fear factor that we all had in terms of we thought we were going to get turned over. So he changed a few things in terms of the way we play. A few players in, a few players left out, which again you're scratching your head. But no, it was okay. But listen, in the kind of when you think about things, okay is not good enough for us. We had an opportunity, a big opportunity to turn Celtic over because they are not at the races. And this is the way you feel the morning after. You feel it's a chance gone, isn't it? So with them having their certain issues, problems, what an opportunity that was for us in going, maybe even get that game with the scruff of the neck and be a little bit more positive and go and win it. But another game that's passed us by.
Aye.
Tav's been here for 10 years and I didn't know he could throw the ball longer than he can kick it. What about Tav's throw-ins yesterday? They were ridiculous.
Different tactic, but when you've got a long throw, you've got to win the ball when it gets in there.
100%, but it was I've never seen him do this before.
Aye, but it just creates a wee bit of havoc. But you're right, Charlie. There must have been some points over the years that we could have used that more effectively. But we know he's got it, so there might be moments when you need to just chuck it in.
But it take 10 years to find out.
I don't know. Maybe he's been in the gym practicing. Who knows? I don't know. Medicine boys.
Throwing shots.
I think some of them need to practice heading with the medicine ball. Maybe it'll make them know some sense into them.
That's it. Charlie, one of my mates was over for Belfast for the game yesterday, and he got the 5:30 plane this morning, and he actually met Nico Raskin at the airport this morning. And they were all talking away to him, and he was getting pictures with everybody and everything, and they were all saying, "Oh, is that you going down to London to sign with somebody?" He says, "No, I'm going back over to Belgium for the internationals." He's like, "So you're not going anywhere?" And he was like, "No." So
well, I heard that he wasn't going anywhere anyway. But yesterday, obviously, the rumours were that he was leaving, but I heard today that he wasn't going.
Right. Derek, obviously, you were watching your phone. I was at the game yesterday. There was a few times throughout the game that all the fans were just singing Nico Raskin. Shows you how much they don't want him to go. And there's a lot of people actually saying that he's probably going to outlast the manager. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't want him to go. He's our best player. It's well documented. The wee fella, he's pretty vocal in the dressing room, on the training field. It's something that the manager has to manage. That's what he's employed for. That's what he's paid to do. It's brilliant when you've heard Ricki Neill McCann, Billy and Barry, to a certain extent, explaining that the way he's quite confrontational. We've all had them. We've played with them. We've managed them. No, obviously not at that level, but it's boundaries. It's simple. You listen to what players have got to say, take it on board, and then there comes a point when you say, "No, listen, I'm taking in what you're saying, but this is the way I'm going to go because my head's in the chopping board." So, no, it's sometimes I like it. It's quite refreshing up to a point, and then the manager or the coaches, they put their foot down. And as long as the wee fella knows those boundaries, but I think it's a good thing that players, because sometimes players just sit there, they don't open their mouth. Sometimes if you're unsure and you're quite passionate about something, make your point, but then it gets to a certain situation where you need to say, right, and this is where the wee fella must have learned under the previous management that there comes a time that I need to wrap it, take on board what they're saying, and carry out the instructions out onto the park. So, but our manager's got to manage that. No, leave him out of a game, a big game like that, an Old Firm game when he's our best player. You put him in there yesterday, we've got a better chance of winning that game.
To be fair, I thought Barron did all right yesterday for no playing all season practically. I thought the wee man done well. He got a bit of pitch, he put a few tackles in. There was a bit of grit there. You've seen that for the wee man, and it was good to see. I think he set the tone in the first early doors with getting right in a bit close to people. And the first half, I was pretty pleased. I thought they did all right. Celtic didn't really create anything, I don't think. Probably coming for us, but passing the ball about our box. That was the one you've got your hat in the mouth when they're passing it about the box to each other, man. But you've seen a lot of second balls. We just played a lot of balls into their area. And when you play that, when you do that against Celtic, you get a lot of we get the ball in their half and we can play for there. And it was the same last season when we played them in Old Firm game at Ibrox. We won 3-0. No messing about at the back. Just get the ball into an area, win the second balls, and they couldn't handle that. And I thought we started well first half, as I said. I thought it was a good reaction for the last few weeks, and especially for Wednesday night's performance.
Do you know, Barron and Diamandi, Ricki, did play well. I'm not saying they didn't, but what I'm saying is, if you put Raskin in there, you've got a better chance of winning the football game. He does all that. He can do the dirty side of the game. But he's got good quality. He scored goals in big games against Celtic. I think he's played extremely well against them recently. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Just manage him a wee bit better. That's your job. That's what you're paid for.
No, I thought Barron done really well. The only thing that annoys me is, see when he's taking corners, see the amount of corners he doesn't get over the first defender's head. You know, there was loads of corners we had, and the first defender was clearing it.
Somebody's got to get in front of him. Somebody's got to take a wee chance and try and get in front of him and flick it on. But obviously Tav's better at heading the ball now, is at taking corners, but it looks like because he doesn't take the corners anymore. But I would still have Tav in the set pieces, but they must think he's dangerous from maybe a hidden position in the box. That's what it looks like now. So we didn't get beat, but it wasn't the greatest game I've ever seen either. To be fair, it was kind of lackluster, really, and wasn't much goal mouth chances or anything like that. So,
there's
Ricki, on that with Barron. He's obviously, they've worked on the set pieces. He's been asked to hit an area. So that is down to the player. Whether you need to put a wee bit more on it, or take a wee bit off it, or just float it into there, because I always want them. But that's down to the player. And if you keep doing the same thing, and it's no getting to the designated zone, then that's up to the player. He should be clever enough to be able to say, I'm going to put a wee bit more on it. I'll take a wee bit. Charlie know what I'm talking about. Take a wee bit more off it and just maybe drive it in there.
Aye, there's Bob White. He's just tuning in for the night shift. He's over in Doha. He's asking what the latest we're asking. You must have just missed it. It sounds like he's staying. There's Aldo. He's saying Barron can't kick the ball hard enough to beat the first man. It should have been changed after the second one. I thought that as well. Why do you keep on giving it back to Barron when you can see it's not happening? I don't know if you heard Russell Martin after the game. The way he's termed it, he says, at the end of the day, we're only 6 points away from the top of the league.
Is that him barking in the background?
That's Cooper.
The better after Cooper. It's unbelievable, that, isn't it? 4 games in, still no won a game. We're trailing them, a poor Celtic side. You just wonder what his aspirations are. You know, you must be, surely he must be fed up with we need to go through the pain, we need to suffer. I've been suffering for the last number of years. So, it's he seemed awfully happy. I mean, I've just come back this morning, I'm catching up on a few things. Seems awfully happy with that yesterday. Is that right? Am I reading it wrong?
Nah, I know. Do you know, when I was leaving Ibrox, I seen a girl I know, and she was like, she said to me, your face looks like how I feel. And I was deflated after the game.
Massive.
But you seen her say that your face, what is it? Can I say, is it everything about how she feels?
Aye.
What was she a gorgeous looking lassie? Because you're certainly not gorgeous.
No, I'm saying the expression in my face.
Show me your expression then. What was your expression?
Deputy dog.
I can't even recreate it.
Deputy dog.
To be fair, I think everybody was just deflated. But I think I've obviously not won the league for 4 years, right? And these first
Feels
2
like
months.
40 years.
No, but these first 2 months of the season feel like 10 years.
Aye.
It's been a long 2 months.
And Charlie, see if we, this season, with everything that's been on, they just got our act together. Because you look across the city and you see the state they're in. What's just a wonderful opportunity for us, and it looks as if it's just going to bypass us again. That's where the frustration comes in, isn't it? It's like you see them, they're in disarray, they've not got the players in they wanted to sign, they've bought players previous that maybe they thought were better, and they're actually better than what they were. What an opportunity this has been, and we're going to pass it up. I think it's going to kill us, man. So it is.
Nah, it's hard to watch, and I think Mum gets 2 at the weekend as well.
Was it right? I've not caught up on a lot of stuff.
That's difficult, innit? A big thank you. There's Bluebells are Blue. He's just joined as a YouTube member, which is brilliant. Also, Derek, you would have noticed that the past 2 podcasts we've done, we've had hundreds of Celtic fans watching the podcast and just commenting non-stop. So I'm getting comments in for YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. So it's hard to actually get people's comments up. So if you really want to get your comment seen, then just hit the wee super sticker button. Then it kind of stands out a wee bit more. All right. What do you think about the new signings? We'll start with Miovski first, Charlie.
Miovski looked the part. We were expecting that for Miovski, try to get in behind, playing the shoulder of the defender and kind of try and get in behind and things like that. And technically, he's very good. I'm sure he'll score a lot of goals for us. I thought he done well. I just don't understand why you don't just keep him on and put Dessers up front with him. But Miovski looked the part. Obviously made a few more in. But boy, Asgard, I'm still wondering what this boy's going to bring to the team. I really don't know what he's going to bring for us. Technically looks a good football player, but I don't know. But I don't understand why Gassam plays better on the left-hand side, and he's playing against Anthony Ralston. Put him on that side against Ralston. Put Mikey Moore on Tierney and let Gassam get at Anthony Ralston. I just couldn't believe it didn't switch it up. I honestly couldn't believe that.
It's a great point. And Ricki, as Charlie's saying, what an opportunity, because Tierney, he's no the player he used to be. He's struggling physically. Ralston, you don't want to slaughter boys, but he's just an average player. What an opportunity to get at him. This is all the wee things that the manager and the coaches have got to see, got to realise, and play your good players, Gassam, in his favoured position, and just say, get at him, go and create. That's just what I'm talking about. It feels like we've missed an opportunity. So we have, and on Miovski, watch him with Aberdeen. He'll score a bundle load of goals if, and the big if is, he gets the ammunition. So hopefully we are a wee bit more kind of forward thinking. We're not playing too many of these negative balls, taking my time, get it forward quickly, get it into the box, and Miovski will score us goals.
Mm-hmm. See, in the first half, Derek, I've seen some improvements, but you also see big open gaps that we need to change. A left back and Dejiga, they should be like loan deals cancelled and sent back.
I like the left back.
Oh no,
Magoma, I like Magoma. I think Magoma's decent.
Oh, sorry, no, Magoma. Sorry,
Aaron's you talk about.
Aye.
Well, I thought Dejiga done all right yesterday. There's a couple that him and Butland kind of got a mix-up, but the big man just went, bugger this, I'm just putting this to hell, and I was glad of that, because obviously get caught out against Bruges the other week, and he's just saying, no, I'm not making that mistake again, and I'm just blotting it out the park. Fair dues to the big man. If he doesn't realise Butland's there, then the ball has to go. It has to go to play or whatever. But I thought the only problem we caused us yesterday was when we were trying to play the ball at the back. That's the only problems. It's happening with stuff when we're doing that at the back.
I know. See, when Butland was actually kicking the ball up, we look more kind of aggressive and more attacking, I think. And but it's like you said there, Charlie. It's pure nervy watching that when they're trying to play, because not one of them wants to have the ball in the defence.
No, I know.
Anyway.
And
Right,
then back
Derek.
to Jaggy Nettles when they do that, Ricky. And as for Butland's not the greatest, so I prefer him more often than not, just to go a wee bit longer. It's not a hoof up the park, it's just a longer pass. I must have, see when I'm watching on the phone, there's, like you've obviously, you're at the game, I don't know if Charlie watched it, but maybe I'll need to watch it again, I will do later on, but you don't see maybe everything and what's going on.
I'm not watching that again.
But I will. I know you're laughing, but I'll need to because I must I've missed some certain things. So that's just how I'm tuning into you. I'm trying to I'm going, what did I miss? Because there's no ideal.
You didn't miss nothing, honestly.
Right, aye. Well, it seemed like that because at no point did I get off my seat apart for the goal.
Suter scored that, you go up, is that?
Aye, that was the only time there was a wee reaction for me. Otherwise, that was it. That's how we've started off saying it's like one of the poorest games I've seen in a long time.
We'll talk about some of the potential new signings that are coming in. Craig McDonald saying, how do you think paying £8 million for strikers Sciammetti, who cannot score? How does the scouting team get this approved? Am I missing something here? What do you guys think? And it does sound like he's signed, doesn't it, Charlie?
Well, it's a perfect signing for us. He didn't score goals, and we'll sign him. I don't know. Obviously, I've not seen much of the boy. The boy Felwell signed him for Everton. I think he's been injured a wee bit. He's not scored since 2023, so that doesn't bode well for us. But hopefully he can come in and hit the ground running for us. We'll support the boy. We want him to do well. But £8 million is a big outlay. So he has to come in and do well. But we'll see how he does. I'm sure. I think he's definitely Ibrox just now. I think that's just about done, that one. But just pray he comes up and he does well. That's what we can only hope.
Mm-hmm. Derek, we had Jamie Martin on the podcast the other day. I don't know if you know him. Do we see there?
I think Derek might just been away.
Aye, he'd played with, was it Rangers reserves, and then moved into Chelsea, and then he became a coach. But he's a football agent now.
Aye.
And he let us know about
Johnny Walker. You remember Johnny Walker?
Aye. Right. So
it was tight with him. I thought you might remember Jamie Martin now.
I've probably been in his company or whatever. I probably spoke to the fella. What were you saying? What was he saying?
So basically, he told us midweek that that Derek Cornelius was coming, and also maybe even Kenny McLean.
Right.
But Derek Cornelius, I've looked at his kind of his history and see for all the teams that he's played for, he's not actually much game time.
He's 27 as well.
27. Canadian boy, I know. I've just seen that. I've just seen it a wee bit earlier.
That was my mate that said that about Cornelius, Ricky. It wasn't Jamie.
Was it not?
No,
but that's the right kind of age you're looking for. I know, I don't know his stats and that, but round about that age, the 27, 28 mark, that's when players, are finding their peak, when they're starting to be at their very best. So, I mean, that's a positive if you want to look at that, but we need better. We need better than what we've got, because what we've brought in so far have not been an upgrade, in my opinion. We've spoke about it, Roswell, Aarons, no an upgrade. That's and it's happened far too much. So hopefully they're decent. But they need to be decent. They need to be better than decent. We need guys that are going to come in and be first team players and make an impact. And that's how I'm glad that Miovski's through the door, because he will have an impact.
The other player that is linked is Umar. I'll never get this. Dia. Is it Dia? Umar Diakite.
You better go back to school. I'm not even going to try and say it. There you go.
But he's is he a striker? No, he's a set. No, he's a forward. So he's forward. Have you heard anything much about him?
Nothing at all.
Derek, no.
No, as I say, I'm in the dark. I've been away. I've been just consumed with that. I switched off to everything else when I was away with the boys. It was all about them. Honestly, I'm not kidding. So, because that was that, and the reason I'm saying I'm not making an excuse up, because it's 24/7 with the boys. Not just about the football. It's about after we have wee meetings and all. I'm not even getting it because it was take his ages. So, and that's how, do you know something? The day one of the guys had said, well, a couple of the boys, Jack and Mick had said to us, says, you're going to be knackered on Monday. And I'm looking at him and going, how do you mean knackered? I says, I've no run, I don't run about it. He says, emotionally, he says, you'll be done in. And I feel that. I feel a wee bit jaded. Must be just because I'm old. Just I'm an old. Aye, I'm an old guy.
Aye. I think we should have signed Mark Gay for Crystal Palace for 35 million. Liverpool have just signed him. We should have went for him.
Oh, fuck.
Right, the next one is it Raskin?
Is that the boy for
you need
Palace?
to practice before you come on. Come on.
Is that
Normally,
the boy for Palace? Is that the winger for Palace? I seen him playing a few times for Sheffield United last season, if it's the same guy. He looked decent. He played in the right, cut in on his left quite a lot. Maybe a similar to the kind of Cherny kind of player.
He's 22 year old.
Decent. He was decent. But obviously coming up the road and then getting coached with Mr. Martin, it might be different. So,
and that's it, Charlie. Innit? It's like you think that, and you're hoping it's good players that are coming, but you worry how not just Martin, but that his background staff, what they're doing with him, because they're not getting the best out of players. And what we hear for the manager doesn't inspire you one bit. It's just quite alarming when you hear him talking about how. See if you watch, because I saw Rodgers as well. So you see our manager, and then you see Rodgers. Rodgers was disappointed. He knows he's got work to do. Our manager's delighted with that. We're lagging behind. We're 7th place. My God, know what I mean? And I know only 4 games. No won a game. I don't know a Rangers manager of the past that would be as happy as that and delighted as that to be where he is. And that's take away all the pain, the suffering, give his time. Aye, we get that he's going to get that, but it needs to be better than now.
Mm-hmm. Well, Eric Ten Hag's just been. He gets sacked today for Bayer Leverkusen 2 games in.
See, they don't mess about.
No, they don't mess about.
But is it true, Charlie, that the board members were in and had a chat with the players?
I've no idea.
Is that? Did I hear that right? I've just come around the street. I was talking to a boy I know. He's mad Rangers support. He was saying that. He was saying that some of the board members were in, had a chat with the players just to reassure the players that Russell Martin was there for the long term. So nothing's going to happen. Relax, go on with your job, and back the manager.
I'm sure a few heads probably went down then. But imagine some of these guys coming to tell you to play football. Half of them could have trapped a landmine. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. That's what I heard.
So they really got behind the players. Were really, really over the moon then with Martin Stein. God.
Well, there you go.
You know, there's quite a lot of similar chats that on the group chats now that George Pillin's saying, I was asking my mate, would he take another defeat to get rid of Russell Martin? We would, but not certain Martin would be sacked, so taking a chance. What do you think, Derek, it's going to take before he does get sacked?
No, the only way that it's the fans power, and if you don't turn up at matches, but we don't want that. You know, you want to back the players, you want to give them the best opportunity. You win a game of football, but then it's the managers, it's the helmet, and I don't know. Do you know any Rangers fan that's happy with Russell Martin? Because I don't. That's just sometimes you'll get somebody that'll put up an argument for him, you know, and they'll come out with something. I've not heard that, Ricky.
I've not heard one.
Not one, and it's mad, that, isn't it? Not one Rangers supporter I've spoke to, I've bumped into, is back, and even on you know on your phone, you're in group chats. Not one of them. It's quite incredible that.
The thing is, we've not looked like winning any of our league games, but we've not deserved to win any of the league games. That's a big problem. That's a big worry.
Aye. I put out a wee poll on Twitter earlier on just asking if Russell Martin should be sacked, and 85% Rangers fans said yes, he should be sacked straight away.
Another 15 didn't vote.
Aye, the other 15% were probably Celtic fans. Wanting to keep him. What did you think about the penalty decision, Charlie?
I thought it was a penalty in real time. I thought it was. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Dessers got the foul against him a couple of years ago when the Celtic player kicked his ankle. You remember? And then Gers scored, and then they said it was a free kick to Celtic. That's what it reminded me of. The exact same situation.
Derek?
I said before, and actually, you see it, you're screaming for it. But when I saw it, the VAR slowed down. I didn't think it was a penalty. No.
Nah.
Simple as that.
Slowing it down. I hate this slowing it down because it's not.
I've said before, see with VAR, I think the guys should go to the monitor, watch it in real time, 3 times, make your mind up. But you know, on the day they slow it down, they have a still and all that, and that's what I was like at the phone looking at it, and I thought, oh, they'll not give that. So it was just a gut instinct, gut reaction.
Mm-hmm. And the goal that got chopped off to VAR,
that was offside.
Wasn't it? Because that's
it was offside.
What part of his body was offside? Because I thought it was very, very close.
His bobby,
his shoulder, it's probably his big napper. But it was definitely
was a goal being given off or something like that.
What's that?
Charlie, who would a goal given offside? Who with somebody that had a big bobby? Who would it be?
Certainly not me.
Your experience. Ian Ferguson. Big Fergie. Isn't it? It was definitely about him, Fergie.
I'm getting worried about you, Derek.
This conversation.
You could just see he was offside. You could see that.
Right, let's look ahead to the fixtures. 13th of September, we've got Hearts at home.
Yeah.
We've got the Cup game against Hibs. 25th of September, we've got Genk. So 3 hard games. We could be God knows where in the league if we keep on playing like the way we are, Charlie.
Oh God, it's not even worth thinking about it. He's got another couple of weeks. He's got another couple of weeks to work with the boys. Get a couple of players in the day. It's international break. Hopefully can improve the team, get them a wee bit of camaraderie back in that dressing room. The window shuts tonight. As I say, get them working together for the next couple of weeks. And then hopefully we can start picking up a few results. Because Hearts will be a hard game at Ibrox. I've no doubt about that. Then you've got Hibs. I think we've got Hibs twice. Have we not got Hibs twice? Hibs in the league and in the cup or something.
Aye.
So that's 3 hard games, and then we've got Genk and Europa League. So 4 massive games because we want to get through the cup.
Aye. I know. Derek, how do you lift a team that's just can't win?
Sell them.
I'm not hearing you. It's kind of breaking up.
Aye. It's a sub for Ferguson. Aye, a few people are asking about Lyle Cameron.
He's injured,
seems like he was injured yesterday.
Can you hear me now?
Aye.
I'll kick him out now. I thought Lyle Cameron would have made a big difference yesterday, Charlie, as well.
He would have helped it, but we Barron done well. Cameron would have made a difference, I think, getting into the goal scoring positions. He likes to get forward into the box and things like that. So I was shocked he wasn't, because I had my kids' games tomorrow yesterday at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I didn't see the team until I get back to the house, and I was like, oh no, he's not dropped Cameron as well now, but obviously he was injured, so you can understand why he wasn't playing.
There's James Cameron says a good point. Says the younger players are not going to improve without the experience. It's badly missed. Case in point, Derek had players like Cooper, Wilkins, and Souness, and so Charlie, you had some pretty amazing players running about you as well that must have helped you.
But it didn't really help me. I knew what I was expected today because I was there since a kid. I knew what Rangers winning for Rangers meant, but I also had some great Scottish players at the core of the team, and made some great foreign players as well. But from a very young age, I knew what to expect as a Rangers player. That second best isn't good enough, especially in the league.
Right. I mean, I think I've said to you before, Charlie, that one of my favourite players, even before he came to Rangers, was Gaza. Where were you again when you found out that Gaza was coming to Rangers?
I think I was in Tenerife.
Aye.
Tenerife, Gaza was coming. I think it was Tenerife. I just got Scottish Young Player of the Year. And then we signed Gaza. I'm like, yay, brilliant. But he was a quality human being and was a quality football player. So, bloody nutcase, right enough, but he was some man.
I know. Right, I think we'll call it quits there because Derek seems to be having technical problems. But is it an international break this weekend, isn't it?
International break, pal.
Aye, so we'll not be back until next week sometime. But like I said earlier on, we're doing a live show. I swear I'm going to try it again. We're doing a live show in the Loudon Tavern.
I'm back.
Yeah, we're just gone as well.
We're just going as well.
See you later, boys.
So we're having a live show in the Loudon Tavern at Ibrox. It's myself, Charlie, Derek, and we've got a special guest.
Oh my God! Are you inviting me? Magic.
Special guest Alex Gray, and we've got Rebecca Octorlone. I don't know if I'm saying her name correct. Don't need to ask her because I'm terrible at pronouncing names. But she's going to be giving us a few tunes before we come on. I'm sure Charlie and Derek will give a couple of tunes and all. But get your tickets at allaboutthegers.co.uk. And we'll be back next week. But once again, big thank you to all our sponsors: the Loudon Tavern at Ibrox, Plugged In Business Solutions, DB Dental Care, Mr. Singh's India Restaurant, and Avia Signs. And I was in Mr. Singh's on Saturday, and he said he's going to pop in some curries for us to try during our live show in the next week.
So next week.
I just on the podcast. He's now started to do retail. Oh, you were promoting something, Charlie.
Aye.
So I will get in the podcast room next week and have a wee curry. But
lovely. Sounds good, boys.
We'll see you all next week. All right, take care.
Cheers, guys. See you later.